Just a reminder on how to label things. You can see one example here on how you label with the regular text and then the 3D text here. Labeling with the regular text is a lot simpler because no matter which way you look at it, it'll always label that. So if you see where river is, it doesn't really move. The 3D text, though, is stuck to one of the planes. It depends on what you're labeling. That will kind of tell you which one to choose. So, for example, if you're labeling your steep slope, so you can see my steep slope over here, it's not going to work to create the 3D text there. So that's something you're going to have to use the arrow. You put it anywhere on the slope. I just need to know that you've done this on purpose. In other words, you know where your steep slope is and you're labeling it with purpose. So you pick a point there. Best thing to do is try to keep it on the same view as all your other labels. Try to move it out of the way. Let's look at that way. And here you have your steep slope. Click off of it. Whoops, not a steep slope. Edit text, steep slope. And done. 3D text, I think I showed you a few times in some of the other videos to create the N here, to create your latitudes. You'll probably need to label your elevations here. You can label right on it. Sometimes it won't show very well. You can also label right beside it. So both ways. So you should label your elevations going that way and label your elevations going that way as well. Go to Tools, 3D text. This one we can make a little smaller, I think. No, let's try 2,000. We can change it later. We're going to put 1,000 meters because that is our first elevation. Place it. Yeah, that works. You can place it right beside, and you just want to make sure it's on the same face because when you see it do this, that means it's actually following that vertical line. So just make sure the cursor has touched the surface you want it to be on. And if we do that, there you go. Right, there's 1,000 meters. Do it again for 2,000, 3,000, so forth and so forth. And that's pretty much how you label things. Check the list here on what you have to label. Tell me where that steep slope is, the gentle slope, the river we got here. Tell me where your lake is so I know you created that on purpose. Your cities you can label with these lines. Your cities you might be able to label with a 3D text as well. Elevation key, we got that labeled. Your scale, we showed you how to do that. Compass rose, we put the N on that. Longitude and latitude, haven't finished that. Showed you how to start. Don't forget you have to do your latitudes and your longitudes along the top. Okay? These grid lines are the grid lines for longitude and latitude. And I think that's all the labeling you need to do.